Guys, maybe I might
Hey.
record.
Sorry. If you see a doctor coming in here, it's because we're at the doctor. We're like literally in the ER. I just didn't want to miss it.
No worries.
Okay. Okay.
Go ahead and mute yourself though. There, perfect. Okay. So let's get started. I'm really excited. I know we have a lot of new people that joined our team within the last month or so. So we definitely wanted to do a newbie training tonight, as well as kind of like a social media tip. Because I've had a lot of people ask me, like, how do I grow my business on social media? Because that is where I grow like 90% of my business, actually. So, okay, but we're going to do a start with the newbie training. If you guys have questions that pop up, write them down below in the chat. I will be watching, obviously, so if it pops up, I'll see it. Or at the end of it, I'll just do a little question and answer type thing. If you have anything then, you can do it then. That's fine too. So, basically, where do we get started? Like, what are we supposed to do within our first couple of weeks of starting this new business, right? So the very, very, very first thing you need to be doing, if you have not done it, I'm not really sure who all has joined within the last little bit, but if you have not made your announcement on Facebook, that is so important. You need to be getting your name out there that you have either, just started this business, that you've jumped on this opportunity. Like, videos to me are the fastest way to get that attention, because for some reason people just watch videos, and for some reason Facebook puts videos on people's feeds more often than they do just pictures. So if you can post a video, that is my suggestion. Now, obviously, if you're just terrified and you just absolutely will not post a video, that's okay. But I just say try. If you don't post a video, post an eye-catching picture, and amp it up. Like, you can always go and just say, I've got some amazing news coming, big announcement coming later today. Like, really, really get people watching what's going to happen in the next few hours, because believe it or not, people are going to be watching. When you say you've got big news, people are nosy. They want to know what that big news is. So they're always going to assume it's a baby. Yes, we get those comments all the time. But let them assume it's a baby, because then they're going to come back and look at your page and be like, oh, not a baby, but what is this? So just really, really get people excited about that announcement. But that's the first thing you need to do, is make your announcement. The next thing you need to do, if you're in a previous business, message your old customers. Tell them, thank you for supporting me in my previous adventure. I've started this new adventure, blah, 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 blah. Tell them a little bit about it if they want to know about it, okay? But that is something that was huge for me in my business, and I did come over from a previous company. So that was something that I did fairly quickly, and a lot of my customers were really interested in knowing what I was doing, okay? The next thing I would suggest to do is message your friends and your close friends and family. I make what's called a chicken soup list, and the 5 people who I know, if I was sick, would bring me chicken soup in a heartbeat. That's who I'm messaging. Okay, because those 5 people are potentially going to be the first people who are going to order from you, because they want to support you, right? That's just what they do. So message those people, message those close friends, those people who, like your best friend, your cousin, people who you're really close to that aren't going to be like, ugh, why is she messaging me? You know what I'm saying? Don't go through on day one and message everybody on your friends list and say, look at this new business I'm doing. They don't care, okay? That's just one thing that I highly suggest. I'm not a huge cold messenger, so that to me looks really spammy. You just want to message those people who you're really, really close with. Now, yes, later on we're going to message everybody else. I'm just talking about our first couple of days here, okay? So focus on those people who you have close relationships with and message them and get that word out. Focus on those first 2 weeks going VIP 800 and 1600. You only have 14 days. run with that, the momentum. Okay. So how we're going to go VIP 1600 and 800, I'm going to go into the ins and outs in a little bit, but 2 customers on auto ship and 2 promoters. We go VIP 800 as long as all that volume's 800. And again, I'm going to go into exactly what VIP 800 and 1600 are in just a minute. But the start of a new business, whether you've done this type of business before or this is your first time ever in network marketing, it's going to be busy. Like your phone is going to blow up, especially if you have a pretty big warm market like a lot of us do, which a warm market is like your friends and your family and a lot of Facebook friends, a lot of people that you know, that's your warm market. Okay, so it's always crazy. Like I can tell you that my first 2.5, 3 weeks, my phone did not stop ever. And it was really kind of crazy. And it was like, how do I balance, doing kids stuff and getting my dinner time in and getting bath time and spending time with my husband. And I literally just told my husband, look, here's my phone. It's going bonkers. And like, we have a rule, no phones at the dinner table, but I couldn't even put my phone down at the dinner table. Like it was just going nonstop. And I just told him, let me get these 2 weeks, let me get my bonuses. And then I can, reestablish those ground rules of no phone at the dinner table and, putting my phone down for family time and stuff. I just feel that those first 2 weeks, those are the only bonuses that are really time crunched. So bust your butt and work on them. And it's really hard because I know how we can all feel bad that we're not really spending time with our kids and we're not really, being able to focus as much as on our family during those first 2 weeks. But the way I kind of looked at it was, when I go VIP 800, I'm going to get a $400 bonus. So I'm going to take my kids and do something special for putting up with me not paying attention to them for these 2 weeks. It's 2 weeks. That's just kind of what I told myself. But I also brought my family in and I got them involved. Okay, what are our goals for these first 2 weeks? Like what do we want to make happen? Like what kind of little thing do we want to mark off our dream board whenever mommy goes VIP 800? Like what is something cool that we want to do? So bring them into it in that aspect, but just roll with it. Okay? They're not going to be upset with you that you didn't give them 100% of your devoted attention for 2 weeks. Trust me. Next thing you want to start doing is really, really learn your products. We have so many amazing resources in the cloud. Log in and start looking at it. Start looking at the training videos. I am not one that can sit down and just watch a training video from beginning to end. I have to pause it. I have to watch it while I'm doing dishes. That's okay. You're allowed to do that. You don't have to devote every second to sitting there staring at the screen. Like listen to it in your car on the way to wherever you're going. Just learn the products. That's the biggest thing. Go through and read all of the information on every single product. We don't have that many, okay? Mainly you want to get focused on the Thrive experience. That's 3 products, y'all. That's not a whole lot. So you can learn all the other things later too, but focus on the Thrive experience. What do the capsules do? What does the lifestyle mix do? What do the DFTs do? What are the different DFTs? Which one would you suggest for this? Which one would you suggest for this? Ask people. Like talk to your upline and say, okay, what's the difference between the Black Label and the Ultra in a sense of user friendliness? Like who would you recommend a Black Label to? Who would you recommend an Ultra to? Etc. Okay. Learn those products because that's what's going to obviously help you get customers. We as uplines are here to help you and to give you wording. Like I tell my new promoters all the time, look, I'm here to help you with your first couple of conversations. If you want to like screenshot what they're saying and send it to me and let me help you answer, I'm totally fine with that until you kind of get the feel for how I respond. That's great. I do it all the time. I don't mind doing that. But at the same time, if you know your product, it is so much easier to answer those customers. Now, you're not going to know everything day one. Let's be real. We're not dumb, okay? We know you're not going to know everything day one. But we also want to set you up for success. And so that way you're learning your products. You are looking for the answer before you come asking the question. So like every time I think of of a question, I ask myself, is this something that I can find on the cloud? If the answer is probably yes, I'm going to go look for the answer first, because that's just how I am. I want to learn it without someone giving me the information all the time. Now, obviously, if I don't know where to look, I'm going to go to somebody and say, hey, look, I want to find the answer, but can you point me in the right direction of where I can find this? Our customer service is awesome about answering questions as well. And they give really detailed answers. It's not just like a 2-sentence answer and they're done. Usually, any of the questions that I send them, they give me really amazing answers. So go to the cloud and submit a support ticket. It's awesome. Some of the things that they tell you that I had no idea, so they're very willing to give you all kinds of information. So that's something you can do as well. But definitely try to find the answer before you ask. Now, if it's something like you're on a time crunch and you don't have time to go looking for the answer right now, of course, ask me. I'm not telling you not to ask me anything or your upline anything. I'm just saying if you have the time and you can look for the answer, definitely try, because it's going to be better for you in the long run. So let's go into kind of VIP 800 how-tos, what qualifies, and things like that. So VIP 800 starts this day that you purchase a promoter upgrade kit. It doesn't matter if it's 100, 200, 400, 800, doesn't matter. The day that you purchase a kit is when your time starts. Now, say you don't purchase a kit, but you have given your website out to customers or promoters and they go in and purchase a kit, or they go in and purchase $100 worth of products, that's also going to jumpstart your time. And you have 24 hours to purchase a kit after that. So I always just let everyone know, purchase a kit before you start giving out your website, because if they purchase anything under you, it's going to jumpstart your time too. So once your time is jump-started, what do we need to focus on? We want to get 2 promoters to purchase a kit as well. Again, it can be any of the kits. There's no specific one. And 2 customers on auto ship. That is so, so, so important. Any customer that orders for your VIP period, it needs to be on auto ship for it to qualify. Okay? It doesn't matter if you already have 4 customers, but you're still lacking volume. We'll talk about that in a second. But every customer, just make sure they turn on that auto ship. And it's not like most auto ships where they have to commit to a certain time period. They can literally turn it off in 2 weeks. So just tell customers that, look, turn it on, get the $38 discount that comes with a Thrive experience. And then if you want to turn it off later, you can. Most people don't. Most people keep them on, but they like to have that control, right? So just make sure we're getting those 2 customers on auto ship, 2 promoters who purchase a kit. Free accounts don't count. They have to purchase a kit. And then all of that volume has to equal 800. So if you have 2 people who buy the $150 Thrive experience, that's $300 in volume, right? And then you have 2 people who purchase a kit. One purchases a 200 and one only purchases a 100. Are we at 800 in volume? No. So we're not VIP 800. It has to be 800, and it's first time orders only. So we want to make sure that we're getting the most out of that order, okay? So say that we don't get 800 with those first 4 orders. What do we do now? Like, how can we get 800? Can we still get it? Of course we can. The next customer who orders on auto ship, that will also go towards the 800, okay? I know, like with me, I had several promoters who only ordered the $100 kit with a $50 added on DFTs. So it took me a little bit longer to get to the 800, more than just the 2 promoters, but I did it. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be just 2 and 2. Like, it can be 4 promoters and 2 customers, and then we get the auto, like every week. That's how much it takes for us to get to 800. That's okay. So does that make sense? I know I kind of said it in a really confusing way, but I hope it made sense. It doesn't just have to be 2 customers and 2 promoters. If those 4 people don't equal 800, our next promoter order will help go into that.
And it also has to be first time orders.
Yes, first time orders only. So like you can't have a promoter order the $100 kit today and then turn back and order the $400 kit tomorrow and it go to 800. First time orders only. That's why I say try to get the most out of those orders the first time. So once we go 800, all of that volume is going to carry over into the 1600 bracket. Okay, we have the same exact 2 weeks to go into 1600 as well. So if it takes us 10 days to go 800, we only have 4 left to go 1600. Does that make sense? So like whenever we have the 800, right? All of it's going to carry over into 1600. Say it only took us 2 customers and 2 promoters on auto ship to go 800. So all of it's going to carry over into 1600, and however many customers and however many promoters it takes, but you only have to have 2 promoters and 2 customers again. Okay. But if it takes us 6, it's okay. Does that make sense? Sometimes that can be a little confusing. People think, oh, well, if I don't get 2 and 2 and it equals 1600, it's not going to work. It can. So it's okay if we have to add a few extra customers here and there. Okay. We just want to make the most of those first customer orders. Again, it's only first time orders. And if it's a customer, it has to be on auto ship. It does not matter if you have 4 other customers on auto ship, but you're still lacking only 100 in volume. That last customer that you add into the computer has to be on auto ship. Okay. It will not count if it's not on auto ship. That is, and I've never seen them, like if they forget to turn on the auto ship, I have not seen them go back in and turn an auto ship on and it count. Like it has to be done with that first order. So just keep that in mind, because I had a couple.
All customers have to be on auto ship, or just 2?
If you want them to count towards the VIP bonuses, they have to be on auto ship. It doesn't matter if you already have.
For the volume.
What?
So for the volume to count, it has to be.
Yes.
So yes. So essentially any customer that you sign, it has to be on auto ship for the volume to count.
For the VIP, yes. Now, if we're talking 4K bonus or 4K volumes and stuff, no, they don't. But for the VIP bonuses to count towards that volume, they have to be on auto ship. So say they don't turn on an auto ship, that's still going to go to our main volume, but it's not going to go towards our VIP. So say I have 4 customers on auto ship, 4 promoters, but I'm still not at 1600, and I have someone come in and order something, but they don't turn an auto ship on, it doesn't count. It has to be on auto ship to count for those 2 bonuses. Now it will count towards our 4K volume and everything else, which I'm going to get into in just a second. But the VIP bonuses are very, very specific. They have to be promoters with upgrade kits and customers on auto ship. Okay. Talked about that. Basically, that's pretty much it. It's pretty cut and dry with the VIP bonuses. What do you do after your VIP period is up, regardless of whether or not you got those bonuses? Okay. If you did, great. If you not, that's okay. That's not the end all be all of your business if you don't get one or both of those bonuses. Okay. Next thing we want to focus on is going 4K. Now, if you go 4K in your first 30 days, you are going to get a $299 iPad bonus. They say this was for you to buy an iPad. I already had an iPad, so I didn't have to go buy one. So I got to take that $300 and pocket it. So what is 4K? What does that mean? Okay. 4K is just like, that's our ranks. We have brand promoter, 4K, 12K, 40K, 80K, and 200K. Those are our promotion ranks. Okay. When you go 4K, that just means as a total, your team has 4,000 in volume. I love that aspect of this business. It is a group volume effort. It's not really necessarily who is placed where and the most perfect box. Okay, there's no charting here. It's just a group volume effort. Now, you do have to kind of watch how much of volume you're getting from certain legs, and that can kind of get a little janky at the front, but your upline will work that with you. Like, if you have any questions about that, like, just ask. Find your 4K, 12K upline and ask them, okay, can you explain this to me? Because that part's not that difficult. But basically 4K is just having 4,000 in group volume. Okay. How do we get that volume? Any of our customers, any of our promoters' kits, which is like one of my favorite things, is we get volume for kits. Any of our promoters' customers, any of our promoters, like anyone under you, any volume that they obtain is also going to go towards your volume as well. So like that's super, super exciting to me. Volume adds up pretty quickly here, which is amazing. Sorry, I'm going to catch up on the questions real quick because I'm kind of confused. Is it anything I need to read? Patricia, I would honestly have them purchase a kit the very first time. I would rather be safe. That they have to purchase a kit for it to count towards your VIP bonus. Like, it doesn't matter what they order separately. It has to be a kit to count for you. So that's just me. I personally tell all my promoters, your first time purchase has to be a kit, regardless, because I don't want them to not be qualified for bonuses just because they went and ordered everything individually. Okay. If you're going 4K, do your personal orders kit? Yes. All of your personal orders, all your kits, everything goes to your volume. So if you purchase a $400 kit, you get $400 in volume towards your 4K, which is fantastic. Any kits you buy, any personal orders you buy, even if we use credits, that still goes towards our volume, which is amazing. So that's like super, super exciting. Okay. Another thing, back kind of to the VIP real quick. Like, if you have a customer who refers two customers and they both get on auto ship, guess what? That goes towards your bonus. So say you sign your grandma as a customer and she goes and tells her two best friends about the product and they both sign up on an auto ship. Guess what? You get the credit for those customers. That will go towards your bonus, and that will go towards your volume as well. Like with our previous company, we had a loyal customer referral program. And if anybody referred a customer outside of us, like if they gave them their special link, we didn't get any credit for that. We didn't really get any commission. We saw nothing off of that referral. We see it here. Okay, we get the commission off of it and everything. So keep that in mind. If you have a customer who actually refers people, it's not hurting you in any way. It's actually going to help you a whole lot. So I love that aspect. Let's see, did I miss anything else? Other benefits for 4K. I think you get a small percentage increase on your check, but also something to think about is you want to help your team go 4K, because when you have your downline go 4K, guess what? You get a check match on their commissions. So you will see what's called a 4K check match, I think is what it's called, or something like that. So for every person that goes 4K on your team, so right now, like I have 3 people who are 4K on my team, and I get a check match bonus off of those people. So that's super exciting, to me at least. And you're eligible for that once you go 4K. So if somebody goes 4K before you, obviously you're not going to get a check match on them, I don't think. I think you have to be 4K before you're eligible for that. But that's pretty exciting for me. Okay. The next rank that you're going to focus on is 12K, which again is just 12,000 in volume, group volume effort, kits count, all the same things count. Customers count, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Everything's going to go towards that. Once you go 12K, you're going to earn an auto bonus. which is super exciting, okay, because it's pretty easy to go for like 12K. With our previous company, man, you had to have like 3,000 in volume, personal orders. You had to have like 60 customers ordering all at the same time and blah, 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 blah. It's like crazy. Thank you, Angie. I'm not a green personality, so I like don't really go ins and outs of all the comp plan. But I know the main points, which is exciting. But basically, like with a 12K, you get either a $300 cash option for your own car, or you can go out and purchase a luxury vehicle, which is like Cadillac, BMW, Lexus, or Mercedes, I think are the 4 options they give us. And they're going to give you $800 to go towards that car a month. So you could lease it for like $600 and still get an extra $200 on your check. So that's pretty exciting. Me personally, I haven't gone out and purchased a new vehicle, but I know Angie has, Shelby has, a few other people on our team have already gone out and purchased their luxury vehicle. So that's really exciting. But I love that they also give us the option to get the $300 cash value if we don't want to go out and buy a car right away. Because, I mean, some people just don't want to, and that's okay. Like me, we're actually looking for a minivan because that's how I roll. So I'm probably always going to get the $300 option. That's okay with me. So that's super exciting. But yes, what Angie said, when you go 4K, you get paid on 5 levels instead of 3 and a 20% check match instead of a 10. Yes, you get the $300 every month when you're a 12K, as long as you maintain that 12K status. So, and you get paid for it the next month. So I maintained in May, so I'll get my check in June, and I'll explain when we get those bonuses too in a minute. I'm really sorry, guys. I'm trying not to like super go off the grid. So if I confuse anybody, just tell me. But pregnancy brain, that's all I'm going to say. Okay.
I have a question.
I'm not going to say that because I go off on the grid all the time anyway, but it's a good excuse.
I have a question for the $800 for the luxury vehicle. How does that work? Like you have to go out and purchase it. Like
you have to purchase one of their 4, like from one of their 4 dealerships, Cadillac, BMW, Mercedes, or Lexus, and you send in your leasing information, like, or your purchase information, whatever it is. You have to prove that you've actually purchased this vehicle before they'll send you $800.
Gotcha.
But if you already have those cars and it's 5 years or newer, then you just send in that information. Like, it doesn't have to be a brand new one. As long as, I think it's 5 years, right, Angie?
I think so. Yeah, I think it's within 5 years, and it literally took me like 2 minutes I scanned my, we were buying a new vehicle anyway. We were going to buy a Tahoe, but we were like, our car payment for the Tahoe versus the Escalade was literally going to be like $130 difference because we got an amazing deal. So like, it just made sense to go with the Cadillac and get $800 a month towards our payment versus $300 a month. So we went ahead and went with the Escalade with a Cadillac, and we scanned our little bill receipt, and then I had to print off a form that's in the forms in our cloud office. I signed it, I scanned it, I emailed it, and within like 5 minutes they sent me an email back that said they received it and that I would receive $800 on my next check. Like it literally took me 2 minutes. It was a 2-minute process to get it. It was super easy.
Yeah, it's they make things really fairly simple here, and I love that about them. So it doesn't have to be a brand new vehicle. Like, say you're already driving around in a 2015 Mercedes, that counts. Like, they'll still give you $800 for that because it's within 5 years. So that's awesome, to me at least. But even $300, the fact that they give us a cash option if we don't want to go and purchase a new vehicle right away, that's really nice. Like, that's awesome too, because like the car that we have now, our payment's only $400, so I only technically have to pay $100 out of my own pocket, like out of my regular commissions. Does that make sense? Like, that's super cool for me at least. How do the pay periods work? Like, when do you get paid? So we get paid every single Tuesday, and our pay period runs Monday through Sunday, and you have Sunday until 11:59 Eastern time. So if you're in Texas like me or your central time zone, it's 10:59 to get all those orders in for the week, okay? And you will see a paycheck the following Tuesday for that week's commissions. So say that you're still in your VIP period and you hit a bonus before Sunday. You're gonna see that bonus on the very next paycheck. So you're gonna see the $400 bonus plus the $100 in product credit. You can hit that on Sunday night and see it Tuesday. That's pretty awesome. Like, they don't play around and make you wait forever around here. Okay. And it's a one-time cash payout. So they're not going to spread that out into months on months. Okay. Say you hit both of those bonuses in 1 week. You're going to get both of those bonuses on your next paycheck. So just whenever you hit that bonus, whenever the next paycheck rolls around, that's when you're going to see that. Okay. Now, if you hit 4K or 12K and get the iPad bonus or the car bonus, you're going to see that the second check of the month. So say you earned your iPad bonus in May, you're going to see that check the second week of June. Say you earned it the beginning of June. I don't think you're going to see that until the second week of July. Is that right, Angie? I'm assuming that's how it works.
When I went 4K, yeah, Saturday when I went 4K, it said that. Like, it said it in my cloud. You will get this check on the second Tuesday in July. It said that.
Perfect. So that's what I was thinking. Like, even if you hit that before the bonus pays out in that month, I don't think you'll get it till the following month. Same thing goes with the car bonus. Like, you're going to see it for the following month. Like, you're going to see it on the following month's paycheck. So if you get your 12K car bonus, you will see that the second week of the following month. So since it's June, those of us who earned the car bonus in May will see it next week's check. Okay? All those major bonuses are always paid out the second week of June or the second week of the month. Okay? Product credit. When do you get your product credit? Now, again, when you go your VIP, you'll see it on that next Tuesday. It'll automatically go into your account that following Tuesday. The product credit that we receive for our customer orders, okay, and most of you know this, but I'm just going to say it real quick. They will take our 2 highest orders every single month, average them out, and give us that much in product credit. So like this past, in May, I earned $322, I think. That's what it was, in product credit. Okay? We get that the second day of the month. So just keep that in mind. It's not the minute you get 2 customers, they're not going to take the average of that and give it to you the next pay period. Nope. It's the next month is when we get the credits for the month before. Okay? Because that was one thing that kind of confused me too. And I thought it was for every 2 customers we got product credit. And it's not. It's for our 2 highest of the month. And I'm really sorry. My throat's dry. I need a drink of water. Sorry. Okay. That's pretty much it as far as when we get paid. It's pretty cut and dry. Every Tuesday, the check goes live at 12 noon Central, 1 Eastern. And it's on the dot. Like I've never had to wait to see my commissions. I can log in at 12 and it's there. And at 11:59, it wasn't. So you can see it first thing at noon if you're Central Time. And then usually if it transfers, sometimes it takes a little bit to transfer into your bank account if you do the transfer method or the direct deposit. Like mine usually transfers Tuesday and I see it in my bank account Thursday. Sometimes it doesn't transfer till Wednesday and I see it in my bank account on Friday. But still, it's pretty quickly that we see that direct deposit. So I just kind of have it in my head that I'm actually physically getting paid either Thursday or Friday, which is still awesome. I mean, who doesn't love weekly paychecks? I love the fact that we get paid every week. It makes it so much easier to kind of plan things out. And then if something pops up, and you're getting paid that next Tuesday, so it's okay. That's just me. I love that aspect. that was really all I had for the newbie part. Was there questions that anybody had as far as anything, or Angie, was there anything that I forgot to put down? Again, I'm really sorry if I did forget anything, because I'm just, bear with me, growing tiny is hard.
I mean, I think you covered it as far as the VIP bonuses and everything. I think you covered everything.
I just didn't, I mean, there's still a lot to learn, you guys, but I'm just trying not to overload you. I just want to get you through your first 2 weeks and into 4K. Those are your main goals right now. Okay. So you want to hit the VIP bonuses within those first 2 weeks. Like, that's your first goal. Once that period's up, the next goal is 4K. Done. Like, it's so simple here. Don't overthink it. Okay. If you didn't make your bonuses, shoot for 4K. That's totally fine. Like, it's okay if you didn't make those bonuses. Okay. Don't like beat yourself up for not making those bonuses. It doesn't mean that you're not going to be successful in this business. Okay. So that's just kind of what I wanted to set your sights towards.
Yeah, I tell people that the VIP 800 and 1600 are like bonuses. Like, that is it's just a way where you can come into this business and just like dominate it and make some quick money really fast. And, you know, like, some people don't hit their VIP 800s and 1600s, and that's okay, because all of your volume is going towards your 4K. That's your first like real promotion. The VIP 800 and 1600, those are like your bonuses. Like, you definitely want to grab those, but if you don't, so what? Like, focus on your 4K. That's your first real promotion. So, you know, like, if you don't make it, it is like, it doesn't set you back. You just lose some cash. That's all.
Exactly. And that's something that I kind of really push is those aren't promotions. That's not a rank. VIP 800 is not a rank. VIP 1600 is not a rank. It's just something extra. So if you don't get it, it's okay. Your first rank after brand promoter, which is we all come in as a brand promoter. The next rank is 4K. So it's cool. Like, if you don't get them, don't beat yourself up. If you only get one, don't beat yourself up. It's totally cool. Okay. So just focus on that 4K and then go from there. Okay. And always, like, the groups that we have are so valuable. There's so much amazing information in there. There's so many ways to get hooked up with uplines. You know, you are who you surround yourself with. So if your first goal is 4K, surround yourself with people who went 4K, and then surround yourself with people who went 12K. Like, do what they do. It's kind of like me. I follow people that I want to reflect. Like, I want to be 200K by the end of the year. So guess what? I went out and found some 200Ks that I kind of can connect with their story. So you just want to make sure that you're really focusing on that. Kim, sorry. Do you have to have 2 customers on AutoShip to qualify for the 4K and 12K? In your cloud, I love this, okay? In your cloud, you log onto your main page and you scroll down a little bit, and it tells you how far away you are from getting those next promotions. So for, like, I don't even remember. They all have different specifications. Like, I think you have to have 4 personally enrolled to go 4K. With 2 so many customers on AutoShip. Yes, you do have to have those requirements, and everything is based on your own effort here. Like, they want you to have personally enrolled. So that's pretty awesome to me. But, like, I'm trying to log in real quick. But you can scroll down and see. It'll tell you. It'll give you a little spinner on how far or how close you are to your next promotion. So it'll tell you need 1 of 4 AutoShip customers or whatever. Like, you need 4, and it'll, like, tell you how, like, what your percentage is. Oh, I can't find it. Sorry, I'm trying to look real quick. But I'm on my iPad, so it didn't want to pop up for me.
Yeah, I found it.
Okay. Oh, so you see what I'm talking about? Okay. So it tells you everything that you need. Like, and then it tells you if you're 20%, 50%, 30%, whatever are from that goal. I love that little calculator thing. So if you're not using that, if you didn't even know you had that, log into your cloud, scroll down. Everything you need is there for your VIP 800, for your 4K, everything. It is, I think that is my favorite part of the cloud itself. Like, it's just so beneficial to me because I can log in and see how close I am to something. Okay, if no one has any newbie questions, I'm going to go into social media. And if anyone else has another tip that I don't cover on working social media, at the end of it, you're more than welcome to pop in and give your little spiel, because I know we all have tips and tricks that work for us. So I always learn something new on these little things. So first thing I want to talk about on working your social media is posting. What we post, what not to post. I love getting on my soapbox here. Things like that. So be ready. How to post good posts. What you want to do is you want to make your posts super, super eye-catching. You want to be excited. You want to be real. You want to post about your experience. What is Thrive doing for you? That's what people care about, okay? People want to see how it is changing your life. That is first and foremost what they're looking for. They want to know that you're using the product and that it's making an impact on you. They want to know that the business is making an impact on you. How is it affecting you? I'm going to brag on my neighbor, Gina. Her husband, like, we hang out a lot, and her husband was talking with us the other day. We were having pizza, and he said, you know, the one thing that really caught my attention that I was about to look at Gina and say, you need to go over here because this is where it's happening, is over here. He said, I had posted a cart full of groceries. Like, I made a post that I got to go to the grocery store and I did not once have to calculate anything. I told my kids, look, you guys get to pick out whatever it is that you want that I've said no to for the past 6 months because I couldn't afford it. I had a strict grocery list and a strict grocery budget, and I could not afford stinking juice boxes that my kids wanted. Like, I couldn't afford it. I couldn't afford fruit snacks. I couldn't afford, if I didn't have a coupon, I wasn't getting it. Okay. So I posted on there that I didn't have to tell my kids no, that my fridge was full of food and that I would not have to go and worry about what I was going to make them for dinner. Like, that's what people want to see. That is what is going to catch people's attention. They want to see the real deal. Okay. They don't really care about other things, which I'm going to go into those in a minute. Just wait. They want to see what this business is doing for you, how it's changing your life. Don't just tell me that it's changing your life. Show me. Show me how it's changing your life. Okay? When you talk about the products, people would rather see you using the product than they want to see a picture of a product. Does that make sense? Like, you know, the little cartoony things that are made that have like all the different shakes on it and all, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what you call those, the advertisements of products. They don't want to see that. They want to see you using the product. They want to see the shake that you made. They want to see what DFT you're wearing. They want to see you using the capsules. They like, if you stage it yourself, that's what they want to see. That's going to catch attention. And another thing to add on top of that is editing that photo to really give it a pop of color. I am a huge Pick Tap Go fan. I Pick Tap Go everything. It is like $1.99 on iPhone, I think, but it is the best photo editing app I have ever used. So if you really want to make your pictures pop, spend the $1.99 and get Pick Tap Go, because I will rant and rave about it forever. People ask me all the time, how are your pictures so pretty? Like, what do you do to make your pictures look so good? Pick Tap Go. Okay. And according to Josh as well, the little piggy on Snapchat. Man, I don't know why people love those stupid filters, but they do. It catches people's attention. They can dog on them all they want to, but guess what? They stopped and looked at my picture. They stopped and read my post on it. So I will post the pig picture till the day I die. or as long as Snapchat's around, because it works. That's what people want to see. People want to see you having fun, okay? People just want to see you using the product. People want to see what it's doing for you, okay? They want to see that you got to fill up your gas tank because you sold 2 minis today. They want to see that you're taking your husband out to dinner because you made a commission check this week. Like, they want to see those things because a lot of people can't do those things. A lot of people are having to put $5 in their car because they don't get paid for another 4 days. Okay? Like, people want to see that. Let me see these questions. Yes, you can make up. I love you can make up too. 2 people in your household can order under your own account. Yeah, it has to be, there's only 2 people that can order under each account. So if they have a work address that they can send it to, that's what I would do. Or just order under one of the other people that is under that household, but only 2 people can order under each house. So if they have a job or a place of business, they can send it there. That would be my next suggestion. But other than that, they're kind of pretty, they try to keep that pretty much under control, is only 2 people ordering. What next? Oh, another thing you can post that's really positive is testimonies. Go to the Lavelle Facebook page. If you haven't liked it, like it. It's definitely something you need to do. But scroll down. There's hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of testimonies of people who are using the product. Take one, copy it, paste it, post it. That's simple. People, because if they don't respond to your story, they might respond to one of those. So I try to share one testimony every day from Facebook, and I copy and paste it. I don't click the share button. That's just something that I find works better for me. Let's see. Let's talk about what not to post. Okay. This one is my biggest thing. And if you're on my team and I see you post these things, I am the first one to tell you, cut it out. Okay? Because they're not going to do you any good. You do not want to look spammy. So if I go to your page and you've posted 18 Lavelle posts in the past day, like boom, 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 all Lavelle, nothing else, I would unfollow you in a heartbeat because I don't want to see nothing but advertisements. Okay? Don't do it. Post your life in between. People still want to see you. They still want to see your kids. They still want to see your family. They want to see what you're doing. Like, don't just post about your business. Do not post negativity. Oh my gosh. I want to vomit every time I see anybody in sales. It doesn't matter if you're on my team with Lavelle or not. If you are a direct salesperson and you are posting negative on your page, I want to just spit because nobody wants to take you seriously. Nobody wants to see negativity. Like, no one cares. No one's going to take you seriously if all you do is comment, woe is me stuff all the time. And then the next minute later, you're talking about how much Thrive has changed your life and how amazing it is and how so happy you are, but then you go post another negative post. Stop it. Quit posting your baby mama drama is what I call it. Like, I don't care about whatever it is. We all have drama. We all have crap that goes down in our lives. Don't post about it. Just don't do it. Like, crap. I mean, don't air your dirty laundry. Okay? Yes, we all have really crappy days. It happens. But don't post it. Because for some reason, people don't want to see that. And I wonder why. Okay? And yes, Facebook is like supposed to be this place where we can go and vent and whatever. It's our Facebook. We can post what we want. But I'm telling you, when people see negativity on your Facebook page, it is a huge turnoff. Nobody wants to see it. I promise. Well, they might want to see it, but not for reasons that you think they want to see it. Like, they don't really care about your problem. They just want to care that somebody else is feeling crappy too. Okay? That's one of my biggest things is positivity all the time. All the time. I'm like, if you have a bad day, it's okay to say you've had a bad day, but spin it in a positive way. Don't just be like, I've had the worst day and my life sucks and blah, 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 blah. Don't do it. Or if somebody pisses you off, don't talk about it. Like, don't go on there and be all negative about them. And you know what I'm saying? Like, we all know those posts, right? Where people are being so vague and you're like, what the heck are you even talking about? Don't just trust me when I say don't do it. Okay? And I know this is really hard in this day and age not to talk about politics. I get it. But my biggest thing is if you are running a business, do not post politics. That is the easiest way to get somebody to not order from you. Because you could have somebody who has a completely opposite view from you read your post and they were about to go on your website and order, but now they're not going to. Just because you have a different opinion, which I know is stupid, trust me, it sucks. But what's better? Posting about your political view or losing a customer because you posted losing that customer because you post your political view or getting a customer? To me, it's going to be the customer every time because I like that money in my pocket. Okay? My opinion is not going to change somebody else's opinion, so why does it matter? Find the people who have the same political views as you and talk to them in a private message when you see something that really bothers you, or you just have to say something, or you have to post this political article, or you have to post this political meme, whatever. Do that privately so that way you can get it off your chest. Just don't post it on Facebook. And again, it's your Facebook. You can post whatever you want. Yes, you can. These are just my tips. What has made me successful. And I promise you, not posting political things is one of the very high things on the list. Only because people get their panties in a wad about nothing lately. Okay? Just my soapbox right there. My next soapbox I'm going to get on is the join my team post. Now, obviously, I can't say join my team for $99 anymore because it's not just $99. But that is... I hate seeing those. Like, nobody is going to join your team because you post a cutesy little picture with fireworks that says, I want you on my team. They don't care. They don't care. They don't care if it's some people will be excited for free promotion, but they're not going to join your team because you pick a post that says, join my team and thrive with me. Legit. That was all the post said. Come thrive with me and join my team. I saw this 2 days ago. I wanted to spew. I was just, don't. Think to yourself when you're talking about posts on social media. If I was scrolling down my feed and I saw this post, would I be interested? Would that make me say, what is that? If your answer is no, don't post it. And I really hope to God nobody would actually say that, oh yeah, that would make me. If I saw a join my team post, I'd really want to join that team. No, I've never had anybody say that. Okay? So just think about before you post. Like, think, what can I post that's real? What can I post that is going to be exciting? What can I post that's going to get somebody's attention? That's what you should be posting. If you don't know what to be posting to get someone's attention, go follow some of these people. Jamie Pecca, Angie Taylor. Follow me. Follow Amanda Campos. Follow Amanda Arnett. Follow Lisa K. Fuller. All of those things are going to get people's attention. Okay? Hello, come in. If you don't know what to post, go find somebody who is obviously being successful. Copy what they're doing. Great. It works 100% of the time. Until you figure out how to post on your own. If you have to copy and paste a post, just do it. We don't care You don't have to comment and ask my permission on my post. Just do it. It's all yours, baby girl. Take it and run. Okay? Obviously, if I'm posting something and you like the idea of my post, but I'm talking about my 2 kids named Jackson Bentley, you don't want to post on your wall about Jackson Bentley because those aren't your kids. So you might want to tweak it a little bit. But for the most part, just copy and paste. You can even steal my picture if you want to. I'm cool with that too. Like, obviously, if it's not my face. Like, if it's just my DFT or something. But if it's my face, you might not want to post my face on your wall. But, I mean, if you want to, that's fine too. I don't care. But you get what I'm saying? If you got to copy and post, just copy and post. That's fine. We're good with that. Like, we all do it. It's cool. So, another thing is generic. Like, I've kind of already talked about the generic posts, but I mean, really, if you went and posted something that said, wow, I have lots of energy, period, post. Is that exciting? No. It might get someone asking, why do they have tons of energy? But if I'm going out and saying, oh my gosh, I got so much done today. My laundry that's been sitting in the pile over in the corner for about 2 weeks, all that's put away. I got my room clean. I got the bathrooms clean. I did all this stuff. People are going to want to know, what's she doing? How did she have so much energy to do all that? Because I have laundry that's been sitting in my corner for 2 weeks too. See the difference? Okay. That's really posting, guys, what I've got. I'll get off my soapbox of what not to do. Just add some pizzazz to your posts, okay? If it looks boring, if you think it's boring, someone else is going to think it's boring. If you don't put any thought into your post, it's not really going to be exciting for someone else, I promise. Put a little thought into it and watch your network grow. Just saying. Growing your network, which is another super important thing that you should be doing every single day. If you want to grow your network, here's what you can do. Talk to people. Whenever you're out and about, talk to people. Strike up conversations. Get your head out of your phone when you're out in public. If you're at the park with other mommies, talk to them. Don't like walk up to them and say, hey, have you heard about Thrive? Let's not do that. Let's start conversations, because all those conversations are always going to lead back to what do you do every time. I guarantee it. But strike up those conversations with the grocery store checkout lady and say, you know what? You are so pleasant to talk to. Can I add you on Facebook? I can't tell you how many people I've added from Facebook just by saying how pleasant they were to work with. Like, you bagged my groceries so nicely with a beautiful smile. Can I add you on Facebook? I'm new to town. I'm looking for people to just to connect with. Most people, that's what Facebook's for. Most people are going to tell you yes. Okay? So just talk to people. Growing your network on Facebook. Go to the people you may know section. Click on a profile. Obviously, if you have mutual friends with another Lavelle promoter, don't add them. That is the quickest way for me to block you on my Facebook, is you add in my friends list. So don't go to another Lavelle friend and add all their friends. That's a huge no-no, okay? And then don't go to the people you may know list. So like Madison and I actually have a lot of the same contacts because we knew people from the same areas before we knew each other. So like now when I go to Facebook and I see is a mutual friend with Madison, I'm not going to add them. Okay.
And I do the same thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Same thing. I mean, because Facebook is going to show people you may know based on who you interact with the most. So like, even though Amanda and I have no mutual connections as far as like, she's in Louisiana, I'm in Texas. Okay. So like, we still do have some, like sometimes I'll click on people you may know and they're mutual friends with Amanda Campos. I'm not going to become their friend. Okay. That is a respect thing. So just keep that in mind when you're adding people you may know. Don't add them if you see another Lavelle promoter's name. Just because you don't want to accidentally take away from their market. Okay? That's like number one. But that's the easiest way to grow your network on Facebook, is to add people you may know. Okay, Amanda, I'm going to let you give your tips though. since that's where I was at.
Yeah, sorry. Before I forget, because I will forget. One thing I started doing was, okay, so me and Carla have a very busy social life. So if somebody's taking a picture, I will photobomb them and say, hey, add me on Facebook. So I want everybody to see what I did today. Just because, like, we go out a lot and everybody's drinking. So it's like, it's funny and it's fun. And people are like, okay, fine, I'll add you. And, like, literally I did that because we were going out for a lot and we had a lot of festivals and a lot of things going on around. So I kept doing that and doing that and doing that and adding these people on Facebook. And it's so funny because we were out last weekend and some girl came up to me, she's like, how you like your salt lamp? And I was like, how in the hell this girl knows about my salt lamp? And I'm like, oh yeah, she's my Facebook friend. So it just goes to show you that people will be paying attention. And another thing that I like to do is I go to like mom groups or to garage sale sites and like ask for advice, things that I don't even care about, just cause to start interaction, and I'll add people from there too. So that's been helping me. And it's strangers. It's more strangers. They're local, but it's more strangers that I don't necessarily know. But then they can say, oh, I remember that girl, she photobombed me. Like that kind of thing.
Yeah, that's huge. That's kind of what I was saying when you're getting out of your network. Okay, like getting your head out of your phone. Talk to people. Okay. Another thing that I see a lot of that I personally wouldn't do, I forgot to say this a while ago, is like in those mommy pages, they have like certain advertisement days or whatever. I do not do those. I think it looks cheesy. I think it looks spammy. I would rather build a relationship with them, because the first time that you post an advertisement, a lot of people don't want to be advertised to in those groups. Like, they're there to be mommies. They're there to talk about mom issues. And even though that they allow advertisements on certain days, like when you post an advertisement, you turn 100 people off because they're going to remember your name. I swear. I don't know why, but they're going to remember your name. So when you go and you try to comment and build a relationship with people on there, they're automatically going to remember you as that person who was trying to sell to them. So they're not going to add you on Facebook. They're not going to try to become your friend. So me personally, that is what I would stick away from, is posting on those pages, as well as buy, sell, trade pages. You can't do that. Like, you cannot post on buy, sell, trade pages about your products. And you can't even go on there and say, who needs to make extra money? That's advertising on a buy, sell, trade page. So don't do that either. It's just, I would stick away from it because I think it looks spammy. I personally haven't seen it, but I wanted to, every time I see them on Facebook, I think about it. Engagements on Facebook, that's super important. Like, if you're noticing a decrease in your likes or comments on your posts, you're not engaging enough with other people. So Facebook isn't showing your posts to many people because you're not talking to other people. So like, I make it a point every day to go through and find people to comment on their pictures, to comment on their posts or whatever. Like, if I'm scrolling Facebook, I'm going to be commenting on people. I'm not just going to scroll Facebook aimlessly. So I'm commenting. I get someone posts a picture. I'm saying, oh my gosh, you look so pretty. Or, I love that dress. Where did you get it? Or, your kid is so cute. Okay, whatever. I try to make them a little bit, personal. I don't just go on and post a couple of emojis because that's not personal. But I really try to engage with people, because when Facebook sees that you're commenting on that person, so I could go, say Amanda's not on my team, but I think she would be really great at this business. Okay. I'm going to go, and I think I did this a couple times. I go and I like or comment on her posts. I'll say, Amanda, I love your pink hair. It's so cute. Or whatever. I mean, Amanda's my best friend, so this is not really what I would do to Amanda, but you know what I'm saying.
She's lying. It is what she did. Totally what she did.
But she really is my best friend. So so say we're not friends. I don't really know her that well, but I've seen her personality. I know she's going to be great at this business. So I'm going to go to her page often. And when she posts something like a picture, I'm going to say, oh, I love this picture. your hair looks great, or your dress is so pretty, or whatever. And then the next time I see a post from Amanda, I'm going to say whatever. I'm going to comment on it, okay? Because now Facebook thinks that we're friends. Facebook thinks that we really like each other, so they're going to start showing my posts more to her and her posts more to me. Because Facebook thinks just because I'm commenting on this post that we're good friends. Okay? Does that make sense? Like engaging with people. If you see someone who you think would be amazing for your team, don't reach out to them and say, you're going to be awesome on my team. Comment on their page. Send them a message and say, where did you get the dress that you're wearing in this picture? Or your daughter is so cute, or whatever. Like start an actual conversation and get to know them. I have a girl on my timeline who she was my friend on Instagram, and she moved over to my Facebook, and like we just clicked really well. She has a great personality. She loves CrossFit. She loves, she's really athletic, and she would be amazing at this business. And this products line would be perfect for her. But I've never reached out to her and said it myself. Like I'm waiting because I know she's watching. Like she's liking everything. So I just have that vibe. Like I know she's coming over. Like I know she's watching. Well, today she finally commented on my post and said, "What is it that you do? You've got me. Like I need to know." So I messaged her and I was telling her about the product, and because she asked, and she said, "Why didn't you tell me about this before?" I was like, well, I needed you to come to me about it, which to me, that's just how I run my business. Like if someone likes my post or something, or they comment, yes, I'm going to message them. But like if they've never asked me about it, I don't cold message them because I know that they're going to come to me. Like I know they are. Because I'm doing all the other things. I'm commenting on their posts. I'm, engaging with them in other ways. I'm building that relationship so they trust me enough to know that I'm not just looking for a paycheck here. I actually want to help them. Does that make sense? Like that to me is more important than cold message spamming somebody and trying to get them to buy my product when I know it would benefit them, but they don't trust me yet. Does that make sense? Like that is going to benefit you 100 times more often than just sending someone a cold message that you never talked to. One last thing, and then if you guys have questions, I know we've been on here a while. Smile in your pictures. Lord, have mercy. Today alone, I've seen 100 people post a really amazing post. Like that they love Thrive, and Thrive is doing so much amazing things for them, but they look like this. I've even seen frowns. You guys, if your face ain't happy, your post ain't happy. Smile. For real. I can't. Like if you look like you want to cut somebody in a picture, that's not going to work for you. Like I have the worst RBF face ever. Like people ask me all the time what's wrong with me because I just have RBF really bad. It happens, but I don't in my pictures. I'm not going to take a picture like this. I'm just not. Like I'm going to smile for my picture. I'm going to be excited in my picture, right? Because nobody wants to see grumpy gills scrolling through Facebook, especially if you're talking about how amazing you feel. If you're talking about how amazing you feel and you look like a grunt face, it just doesn't, it's two different things. You get like, just smile. Please to God. Have a happy face. Okay. Do you guys have questions, or did I go too fast over something or whatever? I'm really sorry if I did, but or if you guys have any tips, does anybody have any extra tips, Angie or Amanda, of working social media that I didn't cover? Because I know Amanda and I can both get on the same soapbox.
Yeah, I would just say, like you said, be you. Like I will honestly say, like I lost myself previously and felt like I had to post all the time and do this, and less is more. Like I've been posting less. I still use Buffer, but instead of 7 posts a day, I'm doing 3 about Thrive. And I make sure that one of them is a selfie, or one of them is me holding my products, or my son holding the kids Thrive, or whatever. So like, still be you. Like I felt like before I couldn't be funny. I couldn't post stupid things. I lost my personality because it became business. And yes, this is business, but people want to be you. Like, they want to be somebody you can relate to. Like, they can be like, oh man, it's business, but she's retarded. And that's cool. You know what I mean? Like, I made a post today, like, and I've noticed I have more interaction now than I ever did. Don't be an ad. Don't be an ad. Be you. Be fun, because we're all great people. You know what I mean? Like, you all have something amazing inside of you. So show it. And I lost that for a long time. And I really think that's why I'm doing that. And I feel better. Besides all that, I feel better. But like, I can honestly say, I'm like, okay, if y'all look at my page, I posted that thing about thug life today. And it's people with like MC Hammer pants on. Because that's something I've been saving my phone for a long time. But I feel like I couldn't post it because I was getting judged, or I was worried about what somebody else was going to say. This business is 100% your business. You are responsible for 800, 1600. Yes, you had help from your 4K, but you want to be the runner. You know what I mean? Like, and that was one of the things that appealed me to this business is if I got to depend on me, I got me. And I think everybody, like, I know, especially that came from my team, they felt the same exact way. So be you. Okay, I'm off my soapbox. Sorry. First Zoom, and people are going to be like, dang, this girl needs to shut up already.
No, and if future Zooms, like Amanda and I just feed off of each other. Like, we'll go all day. We're like, yes, girl. Yes. Like, that's just how we are. But she gets me so fired up. It's unreal. But it's so true. Like, stop trying to be somebody else. You're not me. You're not Amanda Campos. You're not Madison. You're not Angie. You're you. Like, whoever you are, you're you. So run with who you are. Like, don't try to be me and Amanda Campos are two completely different people. Like, I am not on her level at all. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we are just so opposite, but we feed off each other. Okay. That's what people want to see. They want to see who you are. They want to join your team. They don't want to join someone else's team. Like, that's not, they don't want, okay. Don't post like someone else posts. Like, I'm not going to post the same exact thing Amanda Campos posts. Okay. Just because we're two different people. So don't try to be somebody else. Be who you are. Post real stuff. That is one thing I told myself. I'm going to be 100% true in this business because there's no other way to be. And I was the exact same. I lost myself because we had it bashed into our heads that we had to work our business a certain way. Just work it. Do you, boo? Famous quote from Amanda. Like,
I got one more thing.
Yeah.
Don't feel like you have to be on your phone all the time to work it either. Like, we were drilled, work this all day long, on the weekend, all the time. No, you don't have to work it all the time. Just be consistent and be yourself with it.
And that is one thing, like, you do have to be consistent. Like, you can't constantly take every weekend and not post the whole weekend, or you can't constantly go without posting 5 days in a row, then all of a sudden come in with 1,800 posts. Like, you have to be consistent here. Now, yes, take time off to play with your family. I took my parents came in a couple weekends ago, and for my little one's graduation, his kindergarten graduation, and I really didn't work that weekend. I posted here and there, but guess what? I took the weekend off, and it felt freaking great.
And like I said, I do this too, like what Sarah said. When you're at dinner, don't have your phone. And like literally Carla called me the other day and she was like, don't go back to that. Don't go back to that. You know? And another thing is, if you're busy, we have apps called Buffer. If you don't have Buffer, it's a free thing. Download it. So you can put your post in there. I have posts all the way until Friday. It's going to post for me. So I just go in and post in between. There's also one for Instagram now. So get those set up. It takes about 10 minutes of your day. You can even set them up while you're in the bathroom. You know what I mean? Like, you won't take any time away. And they're posting while you're up there, you know, like while you're doing life. And then come back. Like, I just think like a selfie, or like Sarah said, with the product. If you look good, change your shirt 3 times in that day and be like, hey, DFT over here, DFT over here. Like, take your pictures that way they're good to go, and you can put them on that Buffer, and you ain't got to worry about it.
I do the same thing. Like, obviously I can't wear a DFT now, so I'm using tons of old pictures. I use old pictures all the time. So, like, that's okay. If I do my hair and makeup, which is very rare when I'm staying at home and not doing nothing. So if I do my hair and I'm looking good one day, guess what? I'm going to change my shirt about 8 different times and take a picture. That's okay. Nobody's going to know. Nobody's really going to notice if you use a same picture either. because they're not going to see chances are they didn't see your post the last time you used that picture. So it's okay to reuse pictures. That is one of the things that I do all the time.
And if you feel funny about it, just change the filter or put it on the background. You know what I mean? Like, just switch it up a little bit. But like Sarah said, nobody really pays that much attention. You want them to. You really hope that people care about you that much and remember every single picture and every single selfie you post. But they don't, guys.
Hey, I have a tip real quick, and then I have to go because way that I really have grown my market and I've added so many people is through Facebook groups that I have something in common with. Both of my kids have food allergies. So guess what? I'm in like 9 food allergy groups. Somebody makes a post that I can relate to. Like earlier today, somebody said, hey, has anyone ever had this problem with a soy allergy? And guess what? I messaged her and I was like, hey, you know, I kind of told her, I was like, hey, my kids have food allergies. I'm in the same boat with you are. My son Jasper is also allergic to soy. This is what I stay away from. I've actually used that brand, but everything is produced in the facility that also produces soy. And she's like, oh my gosh, guess what? I have a new best friend almost. And I've added her. I do that multiple times. I see someone that posts a question in a group that I can relate to, and I send a private message with my answer instead of commenting.
I saw that yesterday.
I don't comment on their post in the group. I send them a private message, and I'm like, I'm in the same boat you are. I make that connection. I add them as a friend, and then I go on. And I find some, I will find someone else. If you don't have kids with food allergies, you have pets. Maybe you have like a Rottweiler or a poodle. There's groups with people for Rottweilers and poodles. Go make some friends with the same dogs. If you like tacos, there's taco fan clubs. If you like ice cream, there is a group for every single thing you could think of. If you like canoeing, hiking, find it. Go add yourself to tons of groups if you want. And don't, like Sarah said, don't spam them. Don't post about your business in that group whatsoever, even if you say you can. Find people that you connect with and connect to them. Send them a personal message and send them a friend request. Think quality over quantity. Pick them out. And that's how I add a lot of people. And at the same time, I'm not just going and adding friends, I'm making a connection at the same time. So that's my tip, but I have to go, guys. It was a great Zoom, and I will see you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Do any of y'all have any other questions or anything? If you not, we've been on a little more than an hour. How long have we even been on?
Hour and a half.
Hour and a half. Sorry. I told you sometimes I can just get to talking, especially when I'm doing 2 different topics in one Zoom. Usually if I just do one topic, I keep it within an hour, but I was trying to cover a lot of things this time because I'm actually feeling good. So if you guys have any questions, just shoot them at me real quick. If you don't, then we'll call it quits till next time.
Hey, Sarah.
Yes.
I found a picture back from conference. I told you I was going to use his black